The first sunrise of the new year spread a soft golden light over the city, touching rooftops, streets, and sleepy faces with a quiet promise. Banners reading "Welcome 2026" fluttered gently above the roads, and colorful lights still glowed faintly from the night before, refusing to let go of the celebration too quickly. The air felt different, lighter somehow, as if the city itself had taken a deep breath and decided to begin again. Maleeha stood near a busy intersection, adjusting the microphone in her hand. She was wrapped in a warm coat, her breath visible in the cool morning air, her eyes bright with excitement. Beside her stood Bilal, holding a camera and scanning the street with a thoughtful smile. They had planned this project for weeks, to step out on the very first morning of the new year and ask ordinary people one simple but powerful question. What journey were they beginning now? "This feels special," Maleeha said softly, glancing at the early commuters walking past them. "Everyone looks like they're carrying something new inside them." Bilal nodded. "Or something they want to leave behind." They shared a quiet understanding before Bilal switched on the camera. The red light blinked to life, and with it, the story of the day began. Their first interview was with an elderly man sitting on a bench near a small tea stall. Steam rose from his cup as he warmed his hands around it. His name was Ahmed, and his face was lined with years of laughter and loss. Maleeha crouched slightly to be at his level. "Sir, it's the first morning of the new year. What journey are you starting today?" Ahmed smiled, staring into his tea as if the answer lived there. "My journey is a slow one," he said. "This year, I want to forgive myself. I spent many years blaming myself for things I could not change. In this new year, I want peace." Bilal felt something tighten in his chest as Ahmed spoke. There was no drama in his words, just truth. As they thanked him and moved on, the city noise seemed to soften, as if it too respected the weight of what had been shared. Their next interview was with a young woman rushing toward a bus stop, earbuds dangling from her pocket. She laughed nervously when Maleeha stopped her and introduced the question. "I'm scared, honestly," the woman admitted. "I'm moving to a new city tomorrow, new job, new life. My journey this year is learning to trust myself." Her bus arrived, and she waved goodbye as she climbed aboard, leaving behind a trail of courage that lingered in the cold air. As the morning grew brighter, Maleeha and Bilal walked deeper into the city. They spoke with a street cleaner who wanted to send his daughter to school, a shopkeeper reopening his store after a difficult year, and a delivery rider who dreamed of starting his own business. Each answer was different, yet somehow connected by the same quiet hope. Between interviews, Maleeha found herself thinking about her own journey. She had always been curious about people, their stories, their hidden struggles. This project wasn't just content for her, it felt like a calling. She wanted to listen, to truly see people, and to remind others that everyone carried a story worth hearing. Bilal, too, was changing in ways he hadn't expected. Behind the camera, he observed more than faces. He noticed pauses, trembling voices, the way people looked away when speaking about fear and straightened when speaking about hope. He realized that storytelling wasn't just about recording moments, it was about honoring them. Near a park, they met a small group of children releasing colorful balloons into the sky. One boy proudly announced that his New Year journey was to be kinder than last year. Maleeha laughed, but her eyes grew misty. Sometimes the simplest journeys were the most powerful. As noon approached, the city grew louder, fuller. Cars honked, vendors shouted, laughter echoed. Yet, within all that noise, Maleeha and Bilal had created pockets of stillness, moments where strangers paused to reflect on who they were becoming. They interviewed a woman who had survived illness and wanted to live more slowly, a university student who wanted to stop chasing approval, a newly married couple who promised to choose patience over pride. Each voice added a thread to an invisible tapestry of new beginnings. At one point, Bilal lowered the camera and looked at Maleeha. "Do you ever feel like we're collecting pieces of people's hearts?" She smiled gently. "Maybe, but we're also giving them something a chance to say it out loud." The sun dipped slightly as afternoon arrived, casting long shadows on the streets. Maleeha suggested one final interview before they wrapped up. They noticed a man standing alone near a bridge, watching the water below. When asked the question, he took a long breath. "Last year broke me," he said quietly. "This year, my journey is learning to stand again. Even if it's slow." There was a long silence after he walked away, and neither Maleeha nor Bilal rushed to fill it. Some stories needed space. As they packed up their equipment, the city continued its rhythm around them, unaware of the quiet transformation that had taken place within two storytellers. Maleeha felt lighter, yet more grounded. Bilal felt humbled, yet inspired. Walking together toward the fading light, Maleeha spoke. "Everyone we met today is walking a different path, but they're all moving forward." Bilal nodded. "And so are we." They didn't say much after that. The new year didn't need grand speeches or loud promises. It lived in small decisions, honest words, and the courage to begin again. As the evening lights flickered on, and the banners swayed once more in the wind, Maleeha and Bilal disappeared into the crowd, not as interviewers anymore, but as travelers on their own new journey, carrying the voices of the city with them, hopeful, aware, and ready for whatever the year would bring.